for the Schinnerer Real Estate E&O program, and today we're going to be reviewing the new V-Squared portal environment. Allow me to start off with a quick apology for any sniffles or sneezes you might hear on my end. I am working through a bit of a head cold. So we'll start out with, what is V-Squared? V-Squared is Schinnerer's new online self-service platform that allows insurance agents and brokers to quote, issue, and manage all new business policies in real time. We developed the environment to simplify your experience working with Schinnerer and speed up the underwriting process for small business. We're reducing the number of questions that we ask, eliminating requests for unnecessary information, and providing you with access to all client documents online. Now, just to make clear for everyone, this is not a submission clearance platform. What we have done here is empower you to quickly generate fully bindable quotes and issue policies without the intervention of an underwriter. For real estate E&O, the end-to-end process, which I'm defining as entering your first keystroke to having a policy in your hand, should take less than 5 minutes going forward. Over the next several weeks, you're going to see additional Schinnerer products available on the platform, starting with our new individual appraisers program launching in early November. And my hope is that by this time next year, we expect to have 7 to 10 additional online programs available for you. So now I'll jump into the demonstration. The first step in the V-Squared process is registering for access to the platform. To do that, you will do it by visiting our website, Schinnerer.com. That's what you'll see up on the screen right here. Once you arrive at the website, you'll click the Login page. This is going to take you to our Online Solutions page, and this shows all of our available online product offerings at the moment. To register for the V-Squared environment, you're going to hit the Register button. You'll select Insurance Broker, and once you've done that, you'll fill out just some very basic information about your agency. We will then return a set of credentials for you within 24 hours of submission. Then you'll just simply visit Schinnerer.com and log in. So allow me to log into the platform. So what I'm pulling up here right now is my view as an underwriter. If you were to log in for the first time, you would see no accounts listed on the screen. As part of the registration process, you can advise us whether you'd like to be set up as an individual agent or as an agency manager. An individual agent only has the ability to see accounts that they themselves enter, while agency managers have the ability to see all accounts entered under their agency. So what I will show you today, rather than making you sit through me keying in information, is an application that I've already queued up for our use. So allow me to pull that up. So once you've entered just the basic information about a firm, general details, so address, client name, state of domicile, you move into the application itself. And what is really exciting about this environment is that we built it with a series of cascading logic. And what that means is we only require you to answer questions about the firm that you are entering. So if you are entering in a residential real estate firm that is only involved in sales, we do not ask you questions about property management or other services that may be provided. The application expands and contracts as you input information. So for small business, and when I say small, I mean micro business, you can get fully from entering general firm details to having a quote and policy by answering less than 10 yes or no questions. We've also built the application by making questions opt-in. And what I mean by that is that rather than requiring you to provide us all details about a firm if they don't have relevance to the underwriting process, you can just tell us that a firm doesn't do a series of services. So you'll only need to tell us they do something if in fact they actually do. Another change in the V-squared rollout is a change in underwriting philosophy as well. We took a long look in the mirror at ourselves and said, for small business accounts, we historically have asked for a lot of information that really has not had a lot of bearing in how we underwrite an account. And so what that means for us in the real estate E&O program is that going forward, we no longer require a declarations page in order to offer prior acts coverage. We are no longer requesting a copy of a property management agreement for property management firms. And additionally, and this is the one that's raised some eyebrows in this rollout process, is we are no longer requiring loss runs on accounts where the total incurred claims are less than $10,000. So we're really trying to make this streamlined and limit the amount of times that you might potentially need to go back to a client and request additional information. I'm not going to go through each of the individual sections, but one of the things that I will point out that's really exciting here is the build your own quote options feature. I'm sure many of you have experienced that you've sent in an application to a market, requested specific coverages, only to receive a quote back with something else entirely different. In the V-squared environment, you can pick from any of the coverage, limit, or deductible options that we offer. So for real estate, you can request first dollar defense on any account entered. Need a $0 deductible? You can have that on every account that you input. This allows you to tailor the quotes to the specific needs of your client. And another nice feature is you can generate as many quotes as you want for a given account. So if you find out additional information about a firm once you've generated a quote, or you notice that maybe there was a missing keystroke in a firm name, you are able to go back at any point in this process up through policy issuance and make adjustments to the firm information input. So now allow me to show you quote generation. Typically, what is happening right now takes about 15 to 30 seconds to complete, and that is a callback to our internal rating engine. And it's as quick as this, that you now have a fully bindable quote for view on screen. Now, we do recognize that there are some very large risks and unique services that may require a little bit of underwriting on our end. In that instance, it would be at this point where you would receive a notice that your account has been placed into underwriting review. In conjunction with the rollout of the V-squared platform, we've also implemented some new service standards within our program. So anything that is input into this platform, we are guaranteeing that they will receive a touch from the same day that it is submitted. And to accommodate for our West Coast brokers, we have now instituted West Coast hours and are servicing V-squared based business up through 8 p.m. in the evening, so East Coast time. So we're very excited about that. Another feature I will show you right here is now we do recognize that while we would like you to bind all your business with us, we know that sometimes there may be a coverage consideration, or we may not have the best price that's been put out on the table. We do give you access to a pre-filled application and quote letter at this step in the process in PDF format. So you can start with Schinnerer, fill out our portal, generate a quote, and then have an application that you could provide to another market without having to do dual keystrokes. I'm just bringing up a copy of that application summary right now for you to view. So you are free to use this as a submission source to other markets in the event that our quote has not been satisfactory. Additionally, you will have access to a formal quote letter for presentation that you can share with your client. This also includes a full copy of the policy documents that would be included with the account in question. So at this point in the process, let's say that you're satisfied with the pricing that you've been presented and would like to proceed with policy issuance. You can just hit continue right now after selecting an option and move to the policy issuance phase of V-Squared. One of the things that we've introduced in this process is some new billing options. We now are offering direct bill on all accounts placed through the platform. So if you want us to take care of the accounting for you on these, we are more than happy to. And as you navigate the environment, one of the things you might notice are these little gray question marks on the left-hand side of some of the questions. By clicking those, it will bring up details. Forgive me here. It will bring up details about the question and hopefully answer a question for you before you have to reach out to us on the underwriting side. So at this point, I've selected agency bill and an annual payment plan. I would just move through to policy issuance, and I'm not going to hit issue policy because I'm in a production environment right now. But if I were to hit issue policy, I would have a active real estate E&O policy in my hand that I could present to a client. So as I mentioned at the start of the demonstration, on average, real estate accounts take about 5 minutes to get from that first keystroke to policy in hand. On that very small business, the fastest that we have recorded anyone getting end-to-end in the process is 1 minute and 40 seconds. So it is very fast. We're hoping to take a process that might have taken days in the past and synthesize that down into something that's a matter of minutes. This gives you the ability to be the first one with a quote in hand and also satisfy any urgent requests for coverage. There's also some additional features built into the platform that you can utilize. On the right-hand side, you'll see a series of widgets. If you were to utilize the Submit Comments and Questions button, that would be directed immediately to an underwriter. So as soon as a comment is input, an underwriter receives notice that they will need to service an account. We are examining some chat functionality and hope to have that built into the platform within the very near future. Additionally, if there's any pertinent documents that you need to upload as part of the underwriting process, let's say there's a manuscript endorsement or some sort of additional coverage that you would like to share with us to add in, you can simply just drag and drop a file into the platform and it will be attached to the given account. We are very excited about the platform, and the feedback we've received so far has been really tremendous. And one stat I'll share with everyone on the line that I think is really demonstrative of how this can be so impactful for how you manage your businesses. We've input as part of our very limited rollout well over 1,000 new business applications into the platform. 52% of those have passed through just in what we demonstrated. That means that there was never a cause for an underwriter to be involved in the process, that you are able to take these accounts fully from keystroke to policy in hand in real time and really cut out a lot of the steps that sometimes muck up the underwriting process. Within the platform, you also have the ability to fully manage your portfolio of business. So I won't spend time showing off other individuals' accounts, but you can manage all your accounts in real time. Additionally, you have a dashboard here on the main page that shows you where your accounts are at any given time. We're also looking at building in future enhancements into the platform. In fact, we have a set of enhancements slated here for the first week in November. But over the next year, I would expect that you will see from us the ability for anyone who has active business with us, the ability to fully manage your renewal portfolios within the environment. We're also in the midst of rolling out, particularly on the smaller business, a 3-year two-year no-touch renewal policy. So these will renew in perpetuity for 3 years when you'll then just be able to go into V Squared and confirm that there's been a limited change in information and then renew again for another 3 years. And we are also investigating the possibility of an e-signature and credit card payment option in the platform. The one thing I did not touch on is that we still do require a signature from your clients in the event to formalize policy issuance. That can be done by simply using the upload a document function. We will accept a CNA application, the application summary form available to you within the portal environment, or a competitor's application with a signed warranty statement. And that is the only form of paper documentation required to have a formal finalized policy in hand. We give you 30 days to get that documentation to us once a policy has been issued. And in the event that something does not get to us within that 30-day window, we are following up on every account just to make sure that we get that in. So there are no automatic forms of cancellation in any way within the environment. So we are very excited about the platform, and I would encourage all of you to submit questions, and I am happy to answer them for you. So it looks like we've got a few. The first question that's popped up is the E&O carrier admitted or non-admitted? All policies for real estate real estate E&O are admitted. It is issued through our carrier partner, CNA. We have partnered and been with CNA for over 25 years. So we have a very stable relationship there. In addition, we are the member benefits partner of the National Association of Realtors. So we are what we view as the foremost experts and largest program in the real estate E&O space. There is a question about California property management. So we, as far as accounts that are input into the platform, there is no size limit on what can be input into the platform. Firms that sole proprietorships of 25,000 in revenue up to large regional or national franchise accounts with revenue north of $50 million could all be input into the platform. As far as what can pass through without an underwriter intervening, the existing threshold today is $500,000 in reported revenue. However, our expectation is that by the first quarter of 2019, we will be moving that up into the seven-figure range. We haven't formalized what that's going to be yet, but our hope is that, as I said, we're at 52% of accounts input have passed through. We want to get that to 75% passing through. And this product is available in all 50 states. Property management is available. Coverage for property management is available in California as well as all other U.S. states and territories. Another question regarding do we offer coverage for real estate developers? We are in the process of investigating a program for real estate developers. I won't give a formalized date on a rollout, but the expectation is that we will be entering that space, and we will be entering it by working with retail agents as well as wholesale agents, and that should be within the next several months. Premium is not due up front. Another question that was asked. Premium is due within 30 days of hitting policy issuance. Again, in the event that we do not receive payment within that 30-day window, we are not preemptively canceling. We are following up with you for confirmation that we should close the account or when payment should be expected. There is a question about commission. It's variable by office and negotiable. So if anyone gets set up in the platform and is concerned about the commission that comes out on their quote letter, we are more than happy to have a conversation about bringing that up for you because obviously we recognize that this is a little bit different in that you are doing some keystrokes, so we recognize there is a bit more of a burden on your end, so we want to make sure you're compensated accordingly for going out of your way to do those keystrokes. And one thing for everyone on the line that I failed to mention, but just so that everyone knows, by inputting an account into the V-Squared environment, you are formally clearing an account with us. So we use multi-factor identification, but if you input your client into our platform, it reserves it for you, so no one else would be able to enter or submit an application to us. Did get a question of, are we still accepting paper applications? Absolutely. We think this is an easier way to do business with us. We think we can provide you our best level of service utilizing the V-Squared platform. But if you intend to use paper applications and that's your business model, at this time we are not going to disrupt that. But again, you will get our best level of service by utilizing the V-Squared platform. As far as getting a login set up in the environment, again, that's as easy as just going to Schinnerer.com, clicking the login button, and register for V-Squared. Again, you'll receive your credentials within 24 hours of hitting that submit button, and you are then free to begin utilizing the platform. And just a reminder that we operate on an open brokerage basis, so there is no appointment needed. As soon as you hit register and receive your credentials, you are free to begin working with us without any issue. The last question that two more questions have popped up. Do you have to show evidence of a retro date? Again, you just have to tell us that what a client's retroactive date is. Because this is being warranted, we no longer feel that a declarations page is required. So we will honor the date that is input into the platform so long as that signed application warranting that date is received. So you no longer have to provide a declarations page for us to show evidence of retroactive coverage. That said, though, we have gotten some feedback that individual agencies are more comfortable or have a policy in place where a declarations page must be submitted. It's as easy as using that upload a document feature to get that over to us. So while we don't require it, you are more than welcome to submit it. Only other question I've gotten up is, again, what happens if an underwriting hold is generated? You'll receive a on-screen notification that we may need to take an additional look at an account. An underwriter will immediately receive notification that an account has been input into the queue. They will review that, and our commitment is to making contact on the day that an account is entered to get in touch. And again, a reminder that we are now honoring West Coast hours through 8 p.m. Eastern time. So if you input something at 4 o'clock in San Francisco, you will receive a response from us that evening. And with that, I'd just like to say I thank you. I thank you for your time. I hope you found today's presentation useful, and that the V-Squared platform really helps to simplify how you do business. And if anyone has any additional questions or would like to have a personalized future demonstration on using the platform, we are more than happy to coordinate. We will send a follow-up email to you after today's presentation with additional information about requesting more information and giving you the opportunity to request any additional questions that you might have. Being conscious of time, again, thank you, and we appreciate your time today.